game that came out just today, Valkyria Revolution, which is supposed to be a third-person tactics RPG. Well, not tactics RPG. Think of something like XCOM with shooter-ish elements to it. But the thing is, this one's a bit different. First of all, this is the fourth game in the Valkyria Chronicles series. But, first of all, this game's only $40. And second of all, it is not purely the original style that it used to be. They mixed in some hack and slash elements, I guess, from what I've seen. So let's go ahead and see how this game is. Let's see if it's as bad as the reviews are making it out to be. Because right now, it's getting about it's around like the 6 out of 10. Right.
A mysterious ore that emits an azure glow. It contains a magical energy known as mana.
Yep. And everything.
Its discovery brought prosperity to the masses, thanks to a select few who could wield its power through alchemy. In due time, the mana engine, an alchemic device that uses ragnite as fuel, was invented in Europa. The processing of mana itself became an industry, allowing the masses to access alchemy and sparking a revolution. This Azure Revolution transformed Europa. As the demand for ragnite grew, so too did the conflict between countries. Thus began the Age of Imperialism, in which countries would expand their borders through aggressive military action. The revolution transformed mankind's history into one of endless war over the azure mineral.
Really quick, I'm just going to say something. Just to test things out. Really quick, I'm just going to say something. Just to test things out. Alright, and we're good. Okay, just testing. I wasn't sure if the mic was on. I muted it for a second, but I just wanted to see if everything was in order. So, if there's any questions in the chat, go ahead and ask away. Haven't touched the game myself yet, though. So.
The Kingdom of Jutland, September 15th, 1954, EC. On this day 100 years ago, the European Liberation War that shook the country came to an end. Elsinore, the capital of Jutland, is lively in celebration for the centennial anniversary of the country's freedom.
September 15th, 1954, EC. Grave of the Five, Molda. Here lie the Circle of Five, whose vengeful actions brought forth an inferno of war. With their execution, the blood of the brave legions is redeemed, and a just peace born. They rest eternally in the land of their birth, by the grace of the Holy Mother.
Meanwhile, in a grove far away from the bustling city, two people from the Institute of Alchemy stand before a grave.
I'd like to know the truth, Professor.
The truth? What of?
I've been researching the Liberation War for a long time, and after going through the records, I've begun to have some doubts. Like, did the traitors really commit treason?
The Elsinore trials have ruled it as such. The history books paint a similar picture, too.
I've seen the court records written by Lord Donovan Lindegard. The 5 traitors conspired to thrust Jutland into war for self-interest. They incited the citizenry to rise up, leading to the death of thousands. But is it even possible to start a war through personal greed alone? That conflict is now referred to as the Liberation War. The name speaks for itself. Doesn't the country as we know it exist exactly because they rose to action? Professor, you come from a line of instructors that spans 5 generations, all of whom taught at the Institute. And the time of your great-great-grandmother's tenure is of particular interest. I've heard that Princess Ophelia and the leader of the traitors, Amlet Gronkair, were classmates and her pupils. Have you heard anything from your family about that period? How did the traitors feel? What did they think? Or why did they lead this country down the path of war? If there's some hidden truth, we should share it with the world. I've looked through a lot of historical documents and research papers regarding the traitors. I've reviewed historical facts and researched them time and again. And I've concluded that there's an important fact that remains hidden about the traitors.
And that would be?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
That guy reminds me of York.
Still, I don't believe that the traitors started a war for selfish reasons. Jutland won the war and underwent a massive growth. The fact that they laid the foundation for it should be ample reason why we shouldn't think of them as criminals.
Don't you think, Zach?
If I may be so bold, I even think the honor of those 5 should be restored.
That is quite a bold notion.
It's called a liberation war, after all.
There's no need to restore their honor.
Then do you accept the contents of that trial, Professor?
They didn't want to restore their honor. They wanted to watch over this area. That was their only request.
Huh?
It was for that reason they accepted the brand of traitor and the penalty of death that accompanied it.
I should know. I was the leader.
Their only wish was for all 5 of them to rest here in this land. Still, the people couldn't forgive them.
But it's clear that their request has been granted. Why is that?
It was done out of love. A complex one at that.
You have heard something then, haven't you? Please, you have to tell me, Professor.
Very well.
How about no?
What I'm about to discuss, as you've surmised, this is a truth that's been passed down by my family, starting with my great-great-grandmother. Listen to it in its entirety, and then decide for yourself if this is a tale that should be shared with the world.
Yep. It's pretty much how the game is. Let's see how it goes.
October 4th, 1853, EC.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Just hot anime.
The region of Molda, where we stand now, became the first battleground in the war between Jutland and Ruse. Jutland's anti-Valkyria squad challenged the Ruzi Empire. They were known as the Vannergund, and their commanding officer, Amlet Gronkair, was one of the traitors.
Yep, that name's anime enough. Good work, Sega. Amleth Gronkair, sorry. That is definitely anime trying to sound German.
Hey, Helena. That racket you've been making is getting on my nerves.
Oh, boy.
Huh? I'm just, trembling with excitement.
Looks like we've got a tough one over here. I expect great things from you, Private Anderson.
Oh,
You can count on me.
I must be excited too. That's why I can't stop trembling.
You're just scared.
You're right.
You ought to be following my example, little boy Bloom. I am the very paragon of vitality, vivacity, and virility.
oh Lord.
Ugh, I'm surrounded by children. War's about to break out and you act as if you don't have a care in the world.
Excuse me? Miss Bridget, surely you're not including me with the rest of this ragtag rabble.
You're the brattiest one here, Isaac.
You're quiet as always, Tilda.
You're pretty calm yourself, Bridget, even though the enemy's practically within reach.
That I am. Strangely so. Once the battle starts, though, who knows what'll happen. I've been waiting for the day to take revenge on the Empire. I'll give no quarter.
Boy.
Well, we have been pushed around a lot by the Rucks. Everyone has some grudge against them, big or small.
The old lady down the street from us died the other day. They couldn't find any medicine for her in time.
She was so nice.
God, this is unacceptable.
As if we'll let an economic blockade kill us. If we're gonna die, we'll go out with a bang.
Just so.
Yep. Seems about right.
'Twas to save my people from such a regrettable fate, so far as I am able, that I have taken up the sword alongside you. We must break free from the clutches of imperialism and put an end to this unjustly imposed embargo. Amlet Gronkair,
Yes?
I must say, I truly am glad to have joined this unit, for it has attuned me more closely to the will of my people.
Anybody says she's a
Villefort.
Valkyria later.
Yes, sir. Have the princess stand down.
Beg pardon? I still have matters to discuss with you.
I don't.
Must you always speak so obstinately? Even to your
Come, Your Highness.
Godot?
Princess, when your commanding officer says stand down, you stand down. You're not students anymore.
Helena!
Aw, come on! Fifi's just trying her bestest, you know?
You always take the princess's side, Sarah. Why don't you become her handmaiden?
How rude! What's with the attitude?
Or mistress.
Doesn't seem like they've bolstered their numbers nearly as much as the report indicated. Even if they had, we have our orders. Of course. Watch over the princess. Understood.
Sorry for the delay, Lieutenant Gronkair.
It started.
Sir, His Majesty decreed at 0752 to all citizens of Jutland the annulment of our alliance with the Ruzi Empire. He has declared we're entering a state of war against them.
Alrighty then.
Anti-Valkyria squad, prepare to commence operation. Our objective is to seize the outpost and take back our land from the Empire.
Everyone, please, lend me your ears.
Oh boy.
This is not just a battle, but the dawn of a war for our people's independence. May the blood of our own go unshed. And may we bring victory to Jutland, our country and home.
Jutland back then was in a state of poverty. The Ruzi Empire, who is in a long-standing alliance with our country, approached the other major powers of the world.
See how long
Together,
it takes
they
till
launched
we
a
get the
year-long
gameplay.
economic embargo, which would later be known as the BRFH blockade.
BRFH. Brenland, Ruse, Frank, Hobstria. Those four powerful empires had ceased all trade and commerce with our country. With the blockade in place, the livelihood of the Judish populace was strained by a lack of resources. Jutland went to war under those circumstances.
Why? Why did they issue a blockade? What happened? Molda Imperial Outpost.
Let's go.
Thing is, I don't see any guns. So, I'm wondering how range combat's gonna work. Is it just gonna be like a magic system? Well, only one way to find out. Operation Recapture Molda. Daryl, Bridget, and Helena with me will launch a surprise attack on the base.
All right.
The rest of you, watch our backs. We'll hit the enemy hard while they're still confused. Let's go. Basic battle. Okay. Approaching an enemy unit causes them to attack, of course. Make use of various actions to defeat the enemy. Press X to attack enemies with a melee attack, or press triangle to access the battle palette. Charge up the action gauge to max to use basic attacks or to access the battle palette. The action gauge refills over time. Press square to guard, circle to evade. Moves avoid attacks without draining the action gauge. Action gauge is full. Ready will appear, allowing you to attack. Until ready appears again, you can use square to guard and circle to evade and run.
Let's do this!
I swear I'm not drunk. Piece of cake, right?
See this battle palette.
All right.
Have numerous battlefields in numerous places for hiding. R1 near sandbag to crouch behind it. Being concealed lowers damage and recovers HP. Press the R1 button while moving towards sandbag to vault over it. Press R1 near some walls to hide behind them. Being hidden recovers HP, and setting an ambush with battle palette skills can surprise enemies. Is it triangle? Battle palette accesses alchemic skills, secondary weapons, and any items equipped. Spells are cast using RP, which are Ragnite points, I guess. Although some people would say differently. And range from powerful attacks to healing support. So this is our ranged. Secondary weapons do not use RP, but each gun or grenade only has a limited amount of ammunition. So it is basically going against the first game. Unlike spells and secondary weapons, items are taken from the whole squad's shared inventory. Time stops while the battle palette is open, so actions can be safely selected in combat. Unleashes a slash that knocks back and burns surrounding enemies. see. Area. Attacking enemies in front. Stronger versus knocked down. Attacks a single enemy with fire and burns them. Alright.
Let's end this! Who's next?
Shoot. Okay. Oh, that shows when they can attack. Emotions, panic, and surprise. Spells secondary weapons may trigger targets to feel emotions like panic or surprise. Surprise immobilizes targets while lowering their defenses. Panic weakens their abilities. Check a spell or secondary weapon's capabilities to see which emotion it can trigger in targets. So basically, there are status effects. Defeating an enemy commander may also cause their subordinates to panic, along with other emotions that can be triggered situationally. Emotions can also be triggered in allies, but you know, all that good stuff. Guys, get down!
I won't go easy. Let's begin the lesson.
Who's next?
Didn't have
This'll be a good one.
So, I just started, but this feels pretty shallow.
I swear I'm not drunk.
I won't go easy.
Oh, okay.
On search. Let's end this! Who's next?
Didn't have
All right.
Yeah. Let's hope this becomes more tactical. Let me say that much. Then again, first level. The thing is, first one you can control all the characters in your squad.
Bring out the big guns.
The enemy forces are slow to react. I wonder if they're still half asleep.
Private Helena Anderson, ready for action.
Take it down.
So far it kind of seems like Star Ocean in its combat. Alchemic armaments, aka tanks, are the Empire's greatest weapons. Their offensive and defensive advantages over infantry make them dangerous. But you have the power of anime on your side. Tanks, however, have destructible parts. Of course. Weakening a tank by first destroying its parts is a wise alternative to aiming for the body. Yep. Pressing R2 to lock on. Switch lock targets with the right stick. Targeting its legs and destroying those parts, of course.
Begin the lesson.
Whoa, what?
Begin the lesson.
Who's next?
Let's go all out.
Was that it? No, Bridget, you're
Who's
fine.
next?
viewers.
Our tank! It's out of commission!
Where the hell are they coming from?
Damn right it's out of commission.
So they've finally taken the bait. Runner, send word to the motherland. Everything's proceeding according to His Imperial Majesty's designs.
Now we send
There
the
are
Valkyria.
several opinions about how the war started. One theory is that a desperate Jutland finally decided to mobilize, similar to a cornered animal. Another, that Jutland preemptively attacked due to intel that the Ruzi Empire was launching an armed invasion.
Because they're evil, and this is anime. This is anime bullshit.
Please do not worry for my sake. Am I not a soldier too? I can see to my own safety.
Princess Ophelia. How audaciously admirable.
But, Fifi, you're still royalty, aren't ya? No princess left behind, says I. And no soldier, too.
Guarding your highness is an order from our commanding officer. You can leave your protection to us.
Nay. Surely that would ill serve us all.
It's over.
You mean... he's dead?
What do you think has been happening this whole time?
You all right there?
I'm still so inexperienced. But I can survive. Nay, I must. For my country, I will.
Fifi!
She got over that really quick. That's Far Cry 3 levels.
Stand back, Your Highness.
Or, oh, hello. Royal Army Wolfpack medal.
I can still fight.
You better, soldier.
In the name of Jutland!
Oh boy, we got our speed character now.
This is awesome!
Get it on!
Spinning wind. Stop.
Break through.
This is so tactical.
Fruits of our labor, yes?
Oh, Lord. Of course, he was, Is she gonna have a crisis of conscience? Yes, princess, you killed that man. Now suck it up.
Understand?
That man is going to anime hell.
Yes.
She didn't vomit though. So that means that she got over it rather well. What did you think was happening?
No. The princess just won her first fight is all.
You okay there, Fifi? You look even paler than usual.
But of course, she's killed a man with her own two hands. Such is the way of war. However, if you intend to follow us further, you must grow inured to death. A friend as well as foe.
You really need to learn how to read the mood. Still, what you're saying is correct. For once. Your Highness, it's wonderful that you volunteered for your country. But if I may be frank, you're a liability. No matter how compatible you are with Ragnite, that has no bearing on your qualifications to be a soldier in the field. At this rate, someone will die protecting you.
Everyone, I apologize for this disturbance. I am quite all right now. I'm fine. Please forgive my lapse in judgment. Rest assured it will be my last.
Fifi.
Amlet. I defer to your authority. Please grant me leave to continue fulfilling my soldierly duties.
You got this?
Yes, sir.
Then prove it. That work for the rest of you? We've taken care of most of their monotech, so let's finish this.
Even my king father has never experienced the likes of this.
And this is true.
I am the princess. I am a soldier. Defender of the people, protector of the realm.
But Disney taught us that princess is just a title for teenage girls under the teens so they can have fun. Is that not the case? Do they actually have political duties somewhat?
Alright.
Isaac, Tilda, Bloom, and I will go ahead. The rest of you, be careful. Let's get moving. Fear and confusion. Surprising, a target triggers emotions like fear or confusion. Stronger effect on the target and can also render them unable to act.
Together. Can't run away now.
Alright,
Surprise, dipshits.
Wait, did you just call them dipshits? That was quite frank. You know, it seems like you barely have to use,
Who's next?
like, you barely even have to use the guns. Which is actually really disappointing.
let's end this!
Time to shoot.
Die!
Alright.
To anime hell with you! Meet the likes of those poor enough to be in Attack on Titan. The anime that I escaped. Because, you know, this guy hasn't taken any cues from Eren. From Attack on Titan. No, seriously, guys, he's super cool, no, really. Trust us, he's a total badass. And doesn't care about nothing.
End this! Alright.
Well, let me say this. So far I'm not really sold. In trying to cater to two markets, they don't seem to be catering to anybody. Oh boy. It's a giraffe! We don't have enough giraffe robots in video games. So I will applaud them for that.
That's the enemy? What a nightmare. To think my unit's been routed by such paltry numbers. They don't even amount to a single platoon.
This looks like something out of a bad dream.
Such heavy mono weaponry exists.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? Right?
I'll take it on. Bring it!
Amlet!
Balthus. Target the tank and take it down.
Cut it out. Your Excellency, maintenance on the Dragon S-Type is still incomplete. Fighting in this condition is dangerous. I don't care. Let's squash them under our feet. No problem. I'll burn them to ash before they get close. Prepare main cannons to fire. Here he comes.
Enemy in range.
What's that? Flames.
Now or never. What's the big idea? Constant vigilance.
Keep an eye on your a worthy opponent.
Isn't though. Let's see Smash Earth. What's the name? Agni.
Burn them all! It's damaged.
Yay! Get up on the Hydra's back! Oh, wow. We seem to be having some problems.
Power comes from within.
Burn them all!
Keep an eye on them.
Oh, that was rather easy.
This is going well.
This! Out of my way!
And let's combo! Give orders.
I'll finish you! Out of my way!
Alrighty. There we go. Oh, really?
Keep an eye on them. Keep your guard up. Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them.
Get up on the Hydra's back!
Cakewalk.
Burn them all!
Constant vigilance.
Behold, the Empire's might!
Yeah. Now remember, kids, if they are called Imperial, then that means that they are evil. Or an Empire. The British Empire, for example, was evil. The Nazi Empire was evil. The Russian Empire was evil. Well, that was easy. A rank. First try. Almost 7.5 minutes.
As expected.
Daryl! Okay, that's... I guess we'll go with Meteor Fall. If we were just choosing one,
We did it!
'Twas a smashing success. Well done, me.
Oh, Lord. I'm gonna hate this guy already.
Hey, they're running away!
Don't bother. The rear guard will take care of it.
Murder them!
Our mission is to gain control of the area. Suffice it to say, we've accomplished just that.
Commander!
What just happened?
The hell's he doing now?
First Sergeant Ramadal, you're in command. I'm going after it.
I am coming with you.
It is scientifically proven that blondes have 85% more fun than their non-blonde counterparts.
Damn it all! His Majesty will never forgive me for this humiliation.
Your Excellency! The enemy!
Ah!
Ooh, that guy got toasted.
What the hell? Wait, you're the...
I'm here to send you to anime hell.
You fool! Do you have any idea what you're doing? You have brought the wrath of the entire Ruzi Empire upon you! Where's Maria?
Save Martha! She will make a fine bride. A
I
fine
know exactly
concubine.
what I'm doing. You're Balthus Greppenberg, one of Ruz's 4 Grand Generals.
This guy.
We knew you'd be here. It's why we planned this op. To kill you.
Me? Ha! Well, I do feel honored. But if you kill me now, your last chance at brokering a peace dies with me.
Fine by me.
Do you really plan to take my life, even if it drags your whole country into war?
Yes.
Have you lost your mind?
I won't ask you again. Where is Miss Maria? 10 years ago, you and your Emperor came here, to Molda. I know you took her. You took her. And you...
Took my happiness with it. We raped her.
Holy shit! Are you serious? All this over one woman? Do you realize just how many people are going to die because of you? Ah, but you do know, don't you? You're a piece of work. You're completely insane!
You don't even remember.
Strangle him.
That's right. You wanted to know about your little wench. Maria. Maria, huh? If I recall, one of my mistresses. She was a real nympho. She was a hell of a slut.
That's fine. It doesn't matter anyhow. I remember. I'll never forget what you rucks did.
He actually said it. I will admit, I wasn't expecting that. Clap for you, game. Good job.
What were you just talking about?
Just called my waifu a slut.
That was their commander.
Our mission was to capture the base. We had already won. Yet you killed this man. In cold blood. He was a Grand General, yes, but by what right did you take his life?
He called my waifu a slut.
Answer me, Amlet Grunkhair.
It was complicated.
Huh? Amlet!
It totally went past base emotions. Amlet is totally cool, guys. No, seriously. Take us seriously. He's totally not a caricature. Or an archetype, or anything like that.
Good work, Am.
Is she the one who sees all? Is she our perhaps unreliable narrator? Well, not unreliable, maybe. Is she our narrator? Perpetuating this in the way of peace? Belgov Palace. Zandberg.
Confirm it once more. Is it true that Jutland has attacked?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Wonderful. We can finally deal with the Jutes as we please.
And Balthus?
He was preparing to engage the enemy when we left. I believe we should get more information soon.
Your Majesty, forgive my intrusion, sire.
Yeah, pretty boy captain.
If it isn't the envoy.
Hail, Emperor Claudius, and well met. I, Lord Donovan Lindegard of Jutland, hope to find you in good health.
What is it? You seem in great haste.
Moments ago, I received grave tidings. The alliance between our nations has been severed by a declaration of war.
We already have knowledge of this news.
Kill him.
Indeed? As expected of His Majesty.
Our Empire's treasured outpost was attacked.
Can it be? That once contested land was a symbol of peace.
Correct. We shall, therefore, answer the kingdom in kind.
Words can't convey my regret. As a diplomat, my purpose is to build a bridge between our countries. A bridge now burnt. My labors to subdue talk of war, so that not a drop of Judish blood must spill. One foolish act brings it all to naught. Since it has come to this, I will return at once and put an end to this wretched war.
Your path shall be a harrowing one. Be gone.
Oh, I'm
Thank you for your
surprised he
leave,
didn't kill him.
Now I must hurry back home. Farewell.
Because they certainly look evil enough.
We now at last have cause to strike at Jutland.
Our forces await your orders, sire.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not enjoying this game so far. It seems like Sega didn't want to make a Valkyria
It is reported
game.
that the news of Balthus's death reached the Empire after Lord Lindegard returned to his country.
How disappointing. Promenade. Elsinore. Promenade is the French word for walk.
Read all about it!
News that the country had reclaimed territory brought joy to the normally quiet lives of its citizens. However, this uplifting atmosphere and the events that led to the war were carefully constructed by the 5 traitors.
He called my waifu shit, so I killed him in cold blood. Jutland base.
Yo! Look who's here! Today's MVP.
Just like old times. AM?
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Are these
changed a bit.
The 5 traitors?
Well,
really?
Shall we begin?
Oh lord. They couldn't steer away from the tropes, could they?
It's good to be back in our palace.
To today's victory.
Cheers! Ah, delish. Nothing like good wine and great company. Just like I keep telling you guys, Lady Luck is on our side.
I was wrong, Am. Like you and Saul said, war's our best bet.
The public supports the war, and the opposing factions are being pushed back. Things have been set into motion.
Right. No stopping now. Balthus didn't remember what he did to us.
What?
Hey, you're joking, right? After the shit he pulled?
That can't be. He killed so many people. How could anyone forget so much bloodshed?
It simply shows that a small incident like that was an everyday occurrence for them.
Whoa, whoa, the hell you mean small incident?
Still, we've accomplished one part of our revenge. There is something that bothers me, though, Am.
What's that?
One squad member and the princess showed up, didn't they? After you killed Balthus?
Seriously?
Yeah.
So they saw you?
It's nothing to worry about. They saw me kill an enemy general, nothing more.
They saw me kill, man.
Fine.
They know what'll happen.
Keep an eye on them, just in case.
If they defame my poor Maria.
Anyway, that's 1 down, 4 to go.
Let's make full use of the coming winter for this war. We'll advance on Ruse's capital and take revenge on the Emperor. Maria should be with him.
And that's why we need to save her.
Hell yeah! I can't wait to see her again.
Ugh, my lord.
By the way, Amlet, have you heard already?
What about?
Your rank. You're being promoted to captain.
Seriously? No way! I thought it'd be a private the entire time. They really didn't put much effort into this. And it shows. Man. That's the worst part about it. This series deserves better.
First Lieutenant Amlet Gronkair, in light of your faithful service, I hereby promote you to the rank of Captain.
Your Majesty.
You also have my gratitude for bringing my daughter safely home. Prithee, was she a burden to the operation?
No, sire. Princess Ophelia showed great bravery on the battlefield.
She even killed a man.
Is that so? Good. Very good.
Blood shall
Loyal
forever
subjects,
soak her hands.
You have served your country well. That province once belonged to the kingdom. Reclaiming it is a benefit to us all, and a change for the better. There may be hard times ahead, but I have hope that our nation will continue to progress forward. Warriors of Vanergand, keep the light of Jutland bright!
Father, I wish to say something as well.
Daddy,
My
I just
beloved people
killed
of
a man.
Jutland. For the first time in my life, my mettle was tempered in the flames of battle. It was an experience I can scarcely put into words.
By killing a single
Only
man.
by reminding myself of why we fought did I survive. 'Twas for you that my countrymen achieved this victory. My eyes have been opened to the horrors of war. But we have languished under the Emperor's embargo for far too long. No longer could I stand idly by watching our kingdom lapse deeper into exhausting destitution. Thus, I chose to act. And put myself in the front lines. I will continue to fight for Jutland, my beloved country. But for that to happen, we need the help of our military. Our parliament uniting the people. Our proletariat supporting the industry. Our press giving voice to the populace. And all the citizens of the nation working together till the end of the war and the prosperity of Jutland. I will keep fighting at the vanguard, dreaming of that day.
Nice speech, Princess. That's easier dreamt than done.
Yes, but her presence alone will help sway the public in favor of the war.
Your Highness.
Godot?
Why, look who it is. Good day to you.
Of course you're here.
My, aren't you saucy? I am the princess's lady-in-waiting.
Wait, what?
Is something the matter, Godot?
Does that mean what I think it means?
Might I have a word with you?
Oh, Lord.
I'd advise against that, milady. He may be my older brother, but to hold privy council alone with a man? Oh, the scandal.
Please, Miss Ophelia.
Excuse us, Miranda.
Oh, you don't need to apologize to me. This would-be Romeo is the one overstepping his bounds. Besides, I'm only pulling his leg.
Just go. My time is very limited.
Yes, yes.
Let me look up what a woman who attends. Okay, man,
Princess, about Amlet.
that would have been great. A lady in waiting is just like an attendant.
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. All I could learn about his life before the Institute is that his adopted parents passed away. Nothing more. He has no past.
What do you suppose that means?
When he
He's
struck
gone
down
full
Balthus, he
anime.
said, "I'll never forget what you Ruks did to us." He's hiding something. Of this I am certain. And I fear whatever that may be will betray us all. I'm sure further investigation will yield the truth. I'll continue looking into him. Good day, Princess.
After this, I might call it for a bit.
Amlet.
Why is there an H at the end of his name if you're not going to pronounce it as Amleth?
Who are you, really?
Oh. Let me say this. In a year of amazing games, this comes off as terrible.
Dad, bring you news of weal or woe?
Wait, what?
Brenland's unit has been decimated. Everything is as you have commanded.
I knew it. Death is a woman.
Good. On to the next step, Reaper.
But why doesn't Death have a 2 kids with her or a Jamaican accent? I don't know if I want to save my progress. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And worst part of this is that it feels phoned in. It feels really phoned in. Ugh. And this franchise deserves better. The Trader's Hideout. Molda.
Next is Ipsaria.
The Ragnite capital of the world. Sounds like fun, yeah?
Yes, it does sound like fun. Killing people.
Ipsaria was once the leading country in Ragnite production for Europa. Originally, Ruse was lacking in both natural resources and national power, not unlike Jutland. But after seizing Ipsaria, Ruse exploited those resources to become a global power while toying with the existing ones. In a manner of speaking, Ipsaria is the heart of the Ruse Empire. We will have Jutland take it. Our presently destitute country should be rejuvenated by gaining control of the Ragnite.
Which in turn means weakening Ruse.
You magnificent bastard. Look who's talking. Have you seen your suit? Once we get our hands on all that Ragnite, my company's net worth is gonna skyrocket.
You wouldn't be the only one to profit. If current issues like inflation or supply shortages are resolved, naturally...
The people of Jutland will see the war as a success, just like we want.
Violet, are any Grand Generals stationed in Ipsaria?
Nope.
And how do the people of Ipsaria feel about Ruse's occupation?
To hear my business partners tell it, they don't think too kindly of their Imperial occupiers. After Ruse invaded and took control, the Emperor didn't waste any time cleaning house. Executed the entire royal family along with any loyalists.
That sounds like something Claudius would do.
Still, the effect was instantaneous.
I'm gonna eat some food real quick.
Opinions against Ruse there since they fear military oppression.
Doesn't mean their dissatisfaction isn't simmering under the surface. I guess that's where I come in. Got it. We'll distribute an anonymous flyer. A manifesto from resistance forces trying to shed a light on Ruse's
I'm gonna put it on mute.
Restore honor to their late king.
So
straight up
you don't hear me
sedition.
eat
And I thought I was the bastard here.
I take that as a compliment.
Stir up Ipsaria and lay the groundwork, making them more accepting of Jutland. It's a solid idea.
You can leave the distribution of the flyers to me.
Please continue the operation within Jutland as well.
More rabble-rousing? We already threw fuel on that fire.
We'll do it as much as we can. A war effort's only as strong as the citizens who support it.
Precisely. Amlet, make sure to pay attention to the citizens when you walk around town. We can gauge public opinion toward the war by their attitude toward the commander of the elite unit. And again, be amicable.
That's rich, coming from you.
Got it.
Good. That concludes today's agenda.
Well then, meeting adjourned.
It's about to get real busy around here.
It's a beautiful sunset. We can't help but come here, can we? This used to be our favorite spot.
Yeah.
I have an idea, Am. What do you say we go grab a drink afterward?
I'd rather just get back to headquarters.
Oh, come on. A few rounds wouldn't hurt.
We don't need anyone getting suspicious of me. Besides, I need to put together a plan to free Ipsaria.
She sure wants to drink a lot.
What an annoyingly flawless response. Well, come join me next time. We haven't gone drinking in a while with just the two of us. Even you need to unwind at some point.
Sure.
I'll hold you to it. You just gave me your word.
I unwind by bathing in the blood of my enemies.
The kind that doesn't pass out when they go drinking with me. I won't let you get away so easily.
My heart belongs to my waifu.
I'll see you around.
I will die for her. I have a body pillow shaped like her.
All right, everyone.
Exactly.
Let's head back home.
So it was all for personal gain.
How far did we get?
That game was pretty short. By speaking to Professor Rochelle Aldrich. So this is our storybook. Yay. Alright, let's look at the history book. Important events and allows previous scenes to be viewed.
You're quite studious. How splendid.
There's 10 chapters. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right here. So, I'll put it this way. If you like this game, that's good on you. You can like this all you want. But man, am I disappointed. I don't know. I might play further, I might not. Considering there's 10 chapters, pretty much. We will see just how long this game is. So, at the very least, I'll give it probably another chance. So, with that, I'm going to end the stream. And don't worry, Kingdom Hearts will continue. It'll continue. So, bye.